It is possible to spend a decade at a desk, clock in, clock out, and leave with nothing but a paycheck and ingrained bad habits. Many office environments favor routine over growth, molding people into predictable patterns of stagnation. That makes the story of Gwen Suen Trung an interesting anomaly. He spent a mere 36 months, from 2013 to 2016, working at the Tom Viet Training Center. His role wasn't that of a senior instructor or a corporate strategist. Tren spent those 3 years as the driver and personal assistant to the center's founder, teacher Phan Quoc Viet. Today, Trung describes that short window of time as a lifelong toolkit. He claims the lessons gathered behind the wheel are so dense that years later, he still hasn't exhausted their utility in his professional life. Curious, how does 36 months of driving a car and carrying bags translate into the ability to navigate high-stakes work environments with total calm? Serving as an assistant to a master teacher meant existing in a state of constant demand. Trung's daily life involved late-night prep and the stress of navigating dense, chaotic environments to keep a relentless schedule on track. Those thousands of miles isolated inside a car cabin functioned as a laboratory. Through constant observation, Trung began absorbing teacher Viet's methods by osmosis. He watched how Viet treated public speaking as an energetic transfer, where the speaker's internal state was just as important as the actual words being delivered. This rolling classroom crossed the entire country. The journey itself became the textbook, with every mile providing a real-world demonstration of how to maintain intensity and focus over long durations. The driver's seat provided a unique vantage point. It allowed an apprentice to see exactly how a master operates under the pressure of the road, long before they ever step onto a stage. At Tom Viet, mental habits were built through physical stakes. The center used punishing physical challenges to force the brain into specific, highly focused states. One primary tool was the rollerboard. Standing on a wooden plank balanced over a free-rolling cylinder subjects the body to extreme, immediate instability. To stay upright, you must achieve stillness in motion. Your mind becomes static to counteract the shaking external environment. By anchoring focus on an internal center of gravity, physical chaos stops being a threat. Juggling served a similar purpose. Throwing multiple objects into the air creates an immediate cognitive load that the brain isn't naturally prepared to handle. The exercise forces you to expand your peripheral vision. You learn to track multiple moving parts simultaneously without allowing the brain to shut down from the complexity. It also builds a tolerance for failure. You drop a ball, you pick it up, and you immediately find the rhythm again. This repetition trains the brain to bypass the panic response and go straight back to work. These routines rewired the students' default reactions. They traded the instinct to freeze during a crisis for a practiced, calculated rhythm. Years later, Trung returned to the center to meet with his former colleague, Teacher Chick. The driver who once sat quietly in the background had transformed into a leader capable of managing his own complex operations with the same focus he once observed in his mentor. His progress demonstrates a core mentorship principle. A great teacher prepares a student to survive independently in any environment, rather than keeping them reliant on the school. While textbook information often fades with time, the Tom Viet methods persist because they were etched into muscle memory and breathing patterns through physical repetition. Stability learned on the rollerboard, multitasking mastered with juggling balls, became automated physical responses. When a modern professional crisis strikes, Trung's body already knows how to maintain its balance. Forging the mind through intense physical discipline and a commitment to service can yield a lifetime of results. 36 months in the crucible was enough to build a code of conduct that stands up to any pressure.